What is mental health? Is mental health something that you can just say, oh, don't worry about it? Can you just say, forget about it, or everything's going to be okay if you just don't think about it? No. Mental health is not something that goes away because you try to ignore. It only makes it worse for there to be something going on with you and your body if you choose to ignore that. When you're having symptoms of things going on with your body, do you just say, I'm gonna ignore it and hopefully it goes away? Or do you go to the doctor and you try to figure out what it is that's wrong with you? And I'm gonna be very, very blunt about this. If your private areas are showing different signs of a change, and maybe it's change that's kind of in a not in a good way, do you just say, oh, the smells will go away, or oh, you get the point? If there's something going on with your body, you need to focus on that. Okay? I am so tired of the stigma with mental health being a thing, because it's so discouraging to people that really need support, that really need to talk about things, and that really just need to get something off of their hearts and chests or whatever it is, and try to make clarity of. And then the people around doesn't make it better, because they're like, oh, you just worrying too much, or you're just X, Y, and Z. It's pissing me off. Because at one point, I didn't know what I was struggling with my mental health. And I couldn't figure it out. And I decided that I didn't want to live like that anymore. I decided that the way that my thoughts are, the constant worrying, so many nights of not sleeping because I'm having terrible nightmares that someone is trying to kill me. I decided that I didn't want to live like that anymore. I decided that I didn't want to continue to fake my happiness. And I wanted to just express to people what it was that I was dealing with. And people would say things like, oh, if you just had children, or you just need to smoke, and things like that. And I feel like everywhere I turned to for some sort of support, I wasn't getting that. And I decided May 3rd, 2020, that I did not want to live anymore. And I got tired of reaching out for help, and I got tired of not having, just feeling alone, feeling abandoned, feeling like a burden to the few people that I would constantly complain or talk to or vent to. I felt I didn't want to live anymore. So on that day, I decided to take my life. I decided it was time for me to die. I tried to take my life with a knife. And I was drinking heavily on this day. And I ended up passing out. When I woke up the next day, I was really disappointed at the fact that I even woke up. And on this particular day, I got a phone call, and it was from a Bible teacher. He didn't know anything that was going on with me. He literally wanted to call, just, I guess, calling around. I don't even know how he got my number. But, he read me a scripture, and at that point, I felt like God was telling me to just hold on, hang in there a little while longer. And I didn't understand, but I wanted to hang in there. I didn't really want to die. I didn't want to kill myself, but I couldn't understand what I was struggling with mentally. And it's hard when you have these symptoms that you have. And certain situations may appear to be different to another person, but to yourself, it terrifies you on the inside, and it causes you to not eat, not sleep, not do any of those things. So I hung in there a little while longer, and I decided that I am going to get the help and the clarity of my mental health. I was diagnosed with PTSD, depression, and severe anxiety. And I decided that I'm going to stand up to my mental health. I'm going to gain clarity of it, and I'm going to beat it the best way that I can. So if you're struggling with mental health, join the journey with me.